Hello friends, Gifted Soul here, back for another review. This is the Mediumship Training Deck created by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. This is 50 cards. It says 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. So I've had this deck pretty much since it was released. I believe it was released in August of 2020. I did have it on pre-order, but then I took it off, and I was kind of back and forth on whether or not I wanted to get the deck. And so after it was released, I did end up and go back to Amazon and purchased it. So now it is a part of my ever-growing Oracle deck or Tarot deck collection. So there were a lot of mixed reviews on this deck, and I kind of feel like people kind of misunderstood the concept just a little bit, but we all have our own connections, so that's within everybody's right. But yeah, so it's again the Mediumship Training Deck, 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. So it comes out like this. It's orange in the inside. I know some people, you know, care about the colors there. So this, along the back side of this top here, you have a few previews of some of the cards. Okay, I'm gonna keep that right there. I'm actually gonna take everything out, and then I'm gonna read to you guys the back. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's orange in the inside. Okay, so this extraordinary educational deck was created by psychic mediums John Holland and Lauren Rainbow to assist you in the development and the unfoldment of your psychic mediumship potential. In these 50 beautifully designed cards, John and Lauren impart techniques and lessons that they have used for themselves and have taught in their workshops. Topics include auras, spiritual energy, centers, mind focus, meditation, imagery, and imagination, and more. Everyone from the beginner student to the experienced psychic can use these cards to enhance and strengthen their mediumship abilities and establish a stronger link between this world and the spiritual realm, or the spirit realm, they said. So yeah, so the cover design is by Nick C. Welch. That is a familiar name. I'm pretty sure he's designed a lot of the cover art for probably half of my collection, I want to say, maybe. And yeah, so that is the box. So very sturdy and handy dandy box. The only thing that I will say is that when it comes to this box here, it's kind of hard to not make the cards fall out. So when you do pick the box up, obviously you can't hold it like that without holding the bottom of it. So keep that in mind, or the top. So yeah, so I'm going to put the box over here and get into this here. So there was no guidebook enclosed with the deck, of course. However, I'm going to show you why a guidebook may not be necessary for some people within this deck. I really have not read through this. I don't know. I just feel connected to the deck without really having to read information on it. However, it's there for me to refer to if I ever want to see more on the purpose, or see more on their purposes for creating the deck, which I know it is for mediumship, but I feel like you can use it for a lot of other things as well, including other psychic abilities. It doesn't just stop at mediumship. Okay. So, yeah, so John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. So I'm not going to read that, but I will put it up there so you guys can maybe pause and read it. We have John Holland here and Lauren Rainbow there. John Holland has a few other decks, which I do have all of his other decks in my collection, actually. except for one that I did just recently order. So I will be expecting that soon. And then at that time, once that comes in, I actually will have all of his decks. But yeah, so this top part here says mediumship isn't just about connecting to the spirit world. It's just as much about helping and healing the living. John Holland, psychic medium and spiritual teacher. So this is what it comes with. For the definitions, it says we respect and appreciate that this may be your first time reading about mediumship. It's important to understand the subtle differences in the definitions and uses of keywords. Here are the definitions of the words spirit, spirit, and soul. Throughout this deck and manual, we will refer to all three. Okay. I really honestly don't know what that's referring to, but anywho, it gives you more information how to use the mediumship deck, and that's pretty much it. And then on the back we have about the authors, about the illustrator, and then more information about Hay House and the product. So that is not a guidebook, but I guess the user's manual for important things that maybe you probably wouldn't think about otherwise without that manual. So these are not in order. I believe they do come in alphabetical order when you do receive them. I have been using it obviously, so mine is going to be out of order. So again, this is 50 cards. There is just plain edges here. And this is why you don't need a guidebook, or why I feel you don't need a guidebook. Because there's a lot of information here on the back. Plus, I know most people, or at least seasoned readers, will just, kind of focus on the keyword here. So soul connection. For further meaning or further detail, you could turn the card over. However, I feel like the one keyword for most of these cards are enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do a flip through of this deck. We have Psychic Touch. And before I get more into this, the card stock is decent. What makes it harder to shuffle for me is that once you put all the cards together, not only are they thick, but they are long, so it's kind of hard for me to shuffle them. But aside from that, it's not bad. So so I'm just going to show you the front of the cards. So time to heal. On each card, as mentioned, there's going to be information on the back. We have Flower Power. And I feel like you can do a lot with the colors as well. Like, I feel like the colors tell you a lot too. The Rose Meditation. We have Moments of Gratitude. The Medium's Toolbox. Creative Expression. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is not a new setup. I'm just at my sister's babysitting. And they're asleep now, so I'm able to get a video or something done. But Trance Dance, I think is what that says. Psychic Journaling. Animal Kingdom. Ethical Awareness. The Breath. Clear Audience. Turn On Switch. Power of Prayer. Practicing Patience. I was about to say practicing. That's why I kind of said it that way. But Practicing Patience. Power of Empathy. This is one of my favorites. Blending with Spirit. Spiritguides. Let's Get Grounded. Nurturing Thyself. Okay, I have this upside down apparently. Symbols. You can also see me use these cards on a pick a card reading that I did. What are your spiritual gifts and how to tap into them? And also I do have a reading available on my Etsy shop using this deck, where I will you know, help you determine what are the top 3 psychic abilities you are needing to focus on. I also do a how to connect to a specific loved one on the other side with this deck as well. I'm going to try to link those down below. So linking with spirit, intuitive walking. Okay, another upside down card. Soul guidance. Nature's healing power. Teaching or reaching out to spirit. Impression versus expression. Messages from spirit. So I love this. There's a butterfly. I love butterflies. Replenish your energy. Inspirational mediumship. I've honestly forgotten how some of these look because I don't use them that often. But the divine source. Mind focus. Energy scanning. Calling cards from heaven. Clairvoyance. The invisible shield. Be of service. Wheels of light. Spirit communication process. The wonder of color. Masters of mediumship. And if you can remember, this is the cover art. Evidence of spirit. Creating sacred space. So we have sage wand there. We have some smoke. It looks like there's confetti coming out of the smoke. The cards also kind of feel like there's like a matte finish to them as well. They are not glossy. It's kind of like that cardboard type of matte finish feeling where it's like thick. It's not too thick. But see, you can see shadows, but you don't see any gloss. So even if I were to turn the flashlight on, I don't think you would see any gloss. So sitting in the power. Divine nudges. Thought power. Clairsentience. And soul connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a channeled message for my viewers here, just to see what's, you know, you need to focus on when it comes to this deck at this time, or just what message you may need to focus on when it comes to kind of tapping into your abilities or awakening them if you don't feel like, you know, they're awakened yet, whatever the case is. So I will be right back. Okay, so what came up, and it came up rather quickly, it was a pop-up card. I decided to keep it out. We have Nurturing Thyself. And before I get on to the message that's On the back of the card, I'm going to explain what I feel. First and foremost, I feel like this is about needing to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. And I feel like this, even though this isn't the empath card, I feel like it's kind of a message to remind you of empathy as well. It's okay to say no to people. It's to do whatever it is you need to do for yourself first. Make yourself your top priority. Kind of heal your own emotions before trying to take on someone else's, and make sure that you don't get your emotions confused with somebody else's, is the message I'm getting from that. And even though, like I said, they may have nothing to do with the card, that's just what wants to come up through my guides here. So this is what the card says on the back. Honoring and taking care of your physical self should be a top priority when you're developing and using your mediumship abilities. Don't forget that you're the vessel for the reception and transmission of psychic energy. Nurturing yourself is not selfish, it's a necessity. Definitely. Basically what I was trying to say a second ago. Being a medium means living a life of service and giving to others. If you've chosen this card, then it's a timely reminder to ensure that you don't forget yourself in the process. In this line of work, it's easy to forget to pay attention to your physical body, which can result in feeling tired, drained, or even moody. Remember that we're all made up of energy, and that energy is very precious and delicate. It needs to be preserved and honored. Today, schedule some time to stop doing anything psychic. That includes even talking about or reading anything related to it, whether it's just for a day or a bit longer. It's important to get in the habit of taking time for yourself. So before I finish the rest of this, that's actually a good message as well, especially for those of you that may do mediumship readings or just general, psychic readings in general. Sometimes you got to take a day off. Yeah, I do have orders to fulfill, but I do know that I can only fulfill those orders and deliver to people when I am at my best, and when my vibrations are at a stable level, basically. So pretty much, yeah, I got orders, but I don't do them every day. No. So, yeah. So that's an example. Sometimes you just, it's not even sometimes, I don't even see how people read every day. Yeah, I do have cards here and there around me daily. I have to look at them all day, but I literally don't really feel like I have to pick up a deck every day. But okay, so where were we? It could be, okay, it could be a massage, meditation, or a walk in nature, whatever works for you. The point is to allow your body, mind, and spirit to absorb positive and healthy energy so that when you have to return to helping others, you'll feel healthy, strong, and revitalized. Taking quality time to be with your loved ones, friends, and pets that are here is equally important. You're a physical being and a spiritual being. Please honor both. So we have a little message here at the bottom. Partnership card, replenish your energy. So that is the message here. But yeah, you have to set boundaries. And also the main message here is this, to me, is you are human. Even though you have these amazing abilities that, really can be helpful to other people, you are still human, and you must take care of yourself before you try to take care of the rest of the world. So that is all I have for you guys for my review and flip through of the Mediumship Training Deck. You can get a copy on Amazon. I'm sure you can find them on eBay. I'm not really sure where else might have them, but I'm for sure you can get it on Amazon. I got mine from Amazon. I can't really remember how much I paid, but here are the prices. On the back, we have US $24.99 and Canada $33.99. And of course, they don't always sell them exactly for this price. This is just, I guess, the price that, John Holland maybe came in agreement with, or the publishing facility. I don't know, but usually the decks are not sold exactly for those prices. However, they retail an estimate around those. So, yeah. I wish you guys love and light. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this video. I'd like to think the quality was a lot better here, but that's because I'm in a temporary setup until I go back home, which I might be in a couple days, if not tomorrow. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Love and light.